prior to this trip out to Western Canada. Has missed the last two, didn't play last night. Here's a bit of one, a quick save made on Nola Chari by Tristan Jarry, and a drive from in the province. He was going to play it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's played through so much in his career. You knew that if he got here in time, there's no question he was going to suit up, and he's in the lineup. Great to see him back.
Connor Clifton dishing off a shot and poked home, and Pittsburgh takes an early 1-0 lead. Hard net drive, and he's had a great year all year. That's Anthony Mantha with his 15th goal.
Speedy play here. It's Clifton the defenseman that activates up the rush, drives right through the middle, and a beautiful pass over to Mantha, who just gets himself to that far post. That's the key. Drive into the zone. Big Brazeau just kind of threads this one through. And for hey, that's why you try and test it for Mantha. Not known necessarily for his speed, but he got on his horse and he got there first. 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Punch the other way, and it's a quick 2-on-1. Mantha for Brazeau. He's in on net. Scores! Jarry beaten again, and Pittsburgh is stormed to a 2-0 lead. Anthony Mantha.
And the speed we just talked about, you have to watch out for. They are taking off. And it's just a play inside the zone, turned over, boom, off Mantha goes again. It's Brazeau that just gives it to him. But he is already anticipating this puck is going the other way. As soon as it turns over, he gets the feet pumping, and he catches Ekholm a little bit off guard, I think, with that speed once he gets the inside track. 6 foot.
And this crowd is stunned by this start. Emberson challenging, Crosby up top, Shea to the middle, redirection home by Crosby, 3-0 Pittsburgh. It's been an absolute blitzkrieg here in the first 3 minutes, and the Penguins have scored 3 goals in 37 seconds.
Had enough of it. 3 minutes hasn't even passed yet here, and it's 3-0 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Shea with a beautiful shot pass in the high slot to Sidney Crosby, who is so good at redirecting pucks. Just gives a little chop. He does that so well on the forehand side, maybe better than anybody in the league. And, you know, he hadn't scored in a while. It was actually a long drought for Sidney Crosby. He'll go to work. He'll do things that make him a better player every day. That's a good chance off the draw. And that one there is something that he has worked at throughout his career. At the start of the season, then tailed off a bit, but they've had success once again after an 8-game losing streak. They've been on fire.
Here's Dewar, waiting, already a career-high 11, and he run one off the post. Penguins miss by an eyelash, going up 4-0. And Louis, let's remember that one. 7 minutes into the game. You never know. But that could have been 4-0 right there. Here's McDavid. Hit by Lazan. Dewar's previous career high was 10. He's got 11 already. Here's a chance. McDavid in front. And a save made by Shelovs, closing out on Zach Hyman. Penguins don't get it cleared, though. Bouchard holding the zone. Hyman centering. What a save. Shelovs point blank to Malkin. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins. Malkin has it wrestled away by Bouchard. Ekholm tried to reverse. Then Malkin centered. Quick snapshot on net and a save on Rust. And that freed it up for Erik Karlsson, and he can still fly. Malkin cuts to his left, dishes off. Shea to the net. Wrist shot. Blocked away by Tristan Jarry. St. Ivan trying to gut it out. Power play is over for the Oilers. Draisaitl pulls up. One-timer Bouchard, and he just missed. That'll clatter off the quarter boards. Yeah, and there, if you narrow it a bit further, Louis, they're first in goals against the last 13. Here's a drive off the rush by Dewar. Now Draisaitl. Kulak tracking McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. One front poked on net by Hyman, and a save made by Shelovs. Flying stop made by Jarry. Breakaway at the other end. Hyman back here. Score!
And he tries to go to the backhand. Does this puck go over the line? It's
right there. It wobbled.
Just couldn't get back to knock it over the line.
It was one of those illusions. The puck wobbled. Ryan Shea, 30 seconds on the penalty. McDavid, a steal by Janmark. He's got Savoy with him. Walman will join late. Walman shoots, scores! Short-handed goal! Edmonton back in the game. 3-1 on Walman's its fourth.
It activates as well. Savoy punches through, uses that speed to spread things out. Wallman, good shot. This is the first time I believe they've had a mano-a-mano with Shelovs, and Wallman elects to shoot this one, picks his spot, and just lets it go and beats them. They're on the board 3-1 with a shorthanded goal by Jake Wallman. Excellent defensive play right on the entry by Janmark, set this all in motion.
They want everybody to know, and from the defensive zone, I say let it go.
Malkin ahead, here's a chance, and a backhander. He tried to make the same move he did last night. Jarry put that one out of there. Novak has it back for the Penguins. Carlson to Wotherspoon, a shot, save, rebound, and a lunging stop by Jarry.
Here's another good save by Tristan Jarry. This shot from the blue line kind of catches Novak a little off guard. He's got to wait for it to drop down before he can spin this back from a sharp angle, and the paddle of Jarry is...
It starts out 6-on-5. The errant pass reeled in by Raquel. Crosby smacks it back to Russ. Down low for Malkin. Handles the pass beautifully. Then fires it in front. Shot, Raquel, score! And on the delayed penalty, the Penguins extend to a 4-1 lead. Raquel, who had some massive games against Edmonton when he was a member of the Anaheim Ducks.
Tristan Jarry right after the 3-1 goal by Wallman, and this one is a beautiful pass by Evgeny Malkin. I mean, watch this pass. He lasers it right out to the slot. Raquel corrals it, little catch and release. And this time he hits his spot. That's a beauty of a pass through at least 3 sticks by Malkin on a delayed penalty, and he zings this one home. You can see the flex in the stick. Big screen in front of Jarry, not a whole lot of chance.
Back to Ekholm, across to Bouchard. McDavid, Malkin jamming at it, and he's got a breakaway. In on Jarry, Malkin, backhand score! 5-1 Penguins.
Not in, and then this pass to McDavid just can't quite handle it, and Evgeny Malkin is right there to kind of pick his pocket. And off he goes. He had a step on him. You're not going to catch him. Gets the legs pumping. And a beautiful little backhand deep threads it through as Jarry.
Off the draw, St. Ivan. He put it up the glass. Not out initially. Now Kindle, a strike. And Mantha barrels through Stastny. Trying to target 5-0 on Jarry. Knocked down at center by Janmark, but he couldn't control. And Novak will kick it back and get a return feed from St. Ivan. Novak walks in, dishes off Chinakhov, wired one off the crossbar. Is that in?
That's in. It looked like it bulged the back of the net underneath the bar. Did he ever let this go?
6-1 if it counts.
In this one here, I mean, this is a beauty, and as you mentioned earlier,
it's in.
Chinakhov comes over from the Columbus Blue Jackets, former first-round draft pick, and just didn't really work out there, but they feel he has a ton of skill. He's playing with Malkin on this line. And Novak, who threads this one through to him, and that's a quick, hard release. Upstairs, short side. You're not going to pick a corner better than that. That's back bar and out.
Yeah, there was just no indication either way. Janmark, Bouchard. Janmark to the net and tied it. Shelovs might have gotten a piece. Played with a save percentage of better than 93 over that stretch. Likewise, Shelovs 26 saves on 27 shots tonight. One of the reasons the game was lopsided is that kind of performance. Savoy loading up, shooting and scoring right underneath the bar. Matt Savoy with goals in back-to-back games. His ninth, and it's 6-2.
The Chinakhov goal we just saw. This is a laser by Savoy. Nice rush up the ice by Bouchard. I mean, he's got the high gear going, drives in, a little pushback on Kulak. And because he drives through Kulak, it gives Savoy a little bit of time to take the middle of the ice, load up this shot. He just puts it right over the shoulder. I mean, this is almost in the center of the net, but because it's high, the release is quick. A little bit of a...
Going to go back-to-back games without a point. Entered tied to the league lead in scoring, but he and the Oilers held at bay by Shelovs, and the Pittsburgh Penguins use a 3-goal flurry